Hello, my name is Sucket. We are playing Dingbats Dragons, and between episodes, I've been over here. Oh, little laggy. I just started the world. I made a bunch more manipulation essence, because we're going to need a relatively large amount of it. We'll just throw it in here for now. What we want to do is we're probably going to want to teach the system how to make containment jars from Ars Nouveau. Now, I don't know if this has archwood slab recipe. It does not, so let's go ahead and give it one of those. Now, another thing we're going to need is tablets of containment. These tablets are what you use to do Ars Nouveau's ritual system. I don't know if we have a recipe for bottles. We do. Finally, we're going to take a pedestal and a source gem block and a little bit of gold and make a ritual brazier. Finally, we're gonna need some source. Get a little closer there. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now we're out here in the end, and the first thing we're going to do with all this stuff is we're going to catch ourselves an ender dragon. Put all this stuff down, turn the sound down so it doesn't blow our eardrums off, and we'll deal with the crystals atop the tower. And let's get everything set up. We'll want our heal. We're going to want our brazier, containment jars. Yeah, there we go. Probably more like this, huh? Okay, she's almost here. There she is. I'll deal with the crystals. Last one. Very nice. Let's get down here. There we go. And get ourselves all set up. So the containment jar will hold the mob. Oh my gosh. I don't have time for you, dude. Now she's coming down, I think. We gotta get our ritual brazier here. We're gonna get this on here, and then we need to right-click it with an empty hand. There's our ender dragon. The game will summon another one, so we don't have to worry about like being trapped out here. I'm gonna deal with her. There she is. We still got ours. Alright, now first thing that I want to deal with is, oh, not these. We're gonna make a little wither trap here. That should, I believe they come up on their tail now, and I think that's right in the middle. So, we shall see. We may end up face tanking this thing. No, it looks like it's right where it needs to be. It should go boom. And now we should be able to come down here. Yeah, perfect. Delightful. Now we do have some bees to try to get a hold of down here. A little bit of dragon's breath. We'll get us some draconic bees. Now the way these containment jars work, one tablet will get you one mob. You can have more jars, and if there's mana, or source I should say, out here, it'll take like 5% of a source jar to grab another one. And that's very handy when you're trying to get a whole bunch of mobs or trying to attract a certain mob in a group and you don't want to, you save a lot on your tablets of containment and it's not super hard, but we're going to get an Enderman's over here sooner or later. And I know one way to get an Enderman's over here. Let's, yeah. Come on, buddy. Nice. Now we're gonna start giving our friend the Drigme some of these jars to work with, because they can work with the jars just as easily as they can work with a mob in the world. So we can put the Endermans down here. We can put the Ender Dragon down. We can also get ourselves some Dragon's Breath, which we can use to speed up the process with our bees. And as you can see, like, this is pretty powerful. You just gotta manage to catch an Ender Dragon in one of these things. And, which can be difficult, because the Ender Dragon can very much blow this stuff up. Now, many mobs have interactions with those containment jars. You can trade with piglins, you can, I think chickens will lay eggs that can drop. You could read all about it in the Worn Notebook from Ars Nouveau. Oh, perhaps most importantly, villagers can trade, and I believe the cycle trade button should work as well. It's a little different, worth taking a look at. A little different than easy villagers, I mean. Now these little guys, who appear to have gotten a lick of paint, pollinate off a dragon egg. Let's see if we can... Yeah, they look great. They look fantastic. Now, the thing they give us is why we're here. We will eventually need spawn eggs from them to make the Ice and Fire Draconic Steel. But the thing that they give you as from processing their combs is what you use to make productivity upgrades for hives, which we definitely want. There we go. Draconic Dust. 9 Draconic Dust, make 1 Draconic Chunk, 2 chunks, and some other stuff will get us our first gen productivity upgrade, the Alpha. Better than none. Now we're going to go ahead and program this thing in now. I don't think we're quite ready, but, we will be soon. Now the first place we're going to put these is out with the Draconic Bees, and then we're going to be hitting the hive that the Ancient Bee calls its home, because I've had to shut off the netherite recipes. We're sitting here at 3 netherite scrap, but we're getting the dust. Now while our colonists are doing their thing, we're going to get a firmer start into apotheosis. We're going to take a bunch of these gems that I don't think we're going to use, and we're going to grind them up into dust. And we'll be doing that over here at the salvaging table that we made a couple episodes ago. Grab all this stuff while we're at it. We're going to need it. Now the next thing we're going to want is this thing called a gem cutting table. This, not too bad. We'll just need some shears and some stuff that we already have. Let's get the dust. There we go. We'll get this dust too. And this is a little block and gooey job. It's gotten a lick of paint, that's for sure. But let's say we wanted to do something with these splendor gems. Like we've got the cracked, for instance. Well, let's go ahead. Let's do it with the chipped. And I see we can take this in the gem cutting table with any of these 3 type of rarity shards. Let's look and see what we have the most of. Well, we have a good amount of the uncommon. So let's come on over here. We got a chipped, we got the dust, we got the time-worn fabric. Now we have another flawed. And we can take these 2, and it'll also use time-worn fabric. And we can make ourselves just a plain splendor gem. Now with this we could make another chipped. We'd have a chipped and a cracked. But you need to sort of combine like with like. So if we get some more, we may do something with them. But now we want to put this in core armor. We have sockets on our boots, but that'll just give us speed. We want to get it on the chest plate. So what we're going to make is one of these sigils of socketing. We're going to need a couple of things, not the least of which is some of this gem-fused slate, which I thought I was in the GUI there. I guess I'm not. There we go. Now, we should have all of this stuff, and we take this over to our... Oh, the restaurant's done. Like done. That's a level 5. We'll take this over to our smithing table, and we'll go ahead. Now you see the empty socket is there, and we can put the splendor gem on it, and our crystallized obsidian chest plate will give us way better rolls when we're opening up chests and doing other things that happen on loot tables. Let's check out the restaurant here. I was in this lush cave getting some glowberries. We actually died. And then I ended up using my good bow to do some research at the university. So we're going to make ourselves, first off, a better bow. And we're going to go enchant it up. Now the dragon bone bow, you're out of luck with those arrows of slowness. We can put endless quiver on it though, which is nice. We are going to see if we can't make... Well, we got all kinds of different arrows, don't we? We're going to go with just regular dragon bone. We have the wither bones from wither skeletons. That should be good. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Our colonists have decided that they want some amethyst clusters, and we can make those. We've got a crystallizer that we can use. Just, okay, that's a fine place for that. We'll put one up here. We're gonna be slowly moving this backwards because of the chunk issue. So let's see, we'll put the crystallizer right there. We'll get it set up. And let's go ahead and get this ready. And that crystallizer is pretty cool. That's synthetic, we want the normal. We'll go ahead and make the recipe, but let's take a look at what all it can do. So this is how we can get the niter from the dust. We can increase our ancient dust. We haven't gotten into that, but we will quite soon. Appetite dust into appetite, and on and on. Now I want to make a bunch of cheese. And to do that, we're going to need some vinegar. And we're going to be making that. There's another way to make it that's very slow, but you can make it very quickly, in this pack anyway, in the phytogenic isolator from Thermal. We're just going to need to put an importer up here, get it all set up. Delightful. I love what the thermal blocks look like when they're in use. They're amazing. Now, we'll automate this later, but for now we'll bring it up to the cook pot. Each round of this should get us 4 cheese curds, I believe. And then we can either press it into a pan to get the cheese wheel, or we can run it through our multi-servo press with a little bit better returns. There they are. Now, we do have another cheese option that we can make ourselves. We can make mozzarella just with salt, water. Oh, not 16 milk bottles. I should hope. There we go. I didn't get that wrong, did I? No, okay, very good. This is a custom recipe, so you can never be too sure. But yeah, the conceit is that the high heat is how you make the mozzarella. And between the two, we'll be able to use this for most stuff. Alright, let's see if we can get a stack of machine stamped cheese wheels here. Oh, they're all wrong. It's all wrong. Let's see, yeah, 64 cheese curds is no. It's 3. Right? Should be. Let's see. Oh, it's in the wrong press. Should be up in this one. Yeah, we can, whoops, chop it up. Not bad, not bad. Cheese is good. Now I have started to fill in up here. Now, one thing I didn't know was that you could apply sheets to the nightstands. That's pretty cool. Now our alchemist is our source of mistletoe. For crying out loud, dude, don't pick up the eggs. Like, there are chickens everywhere. It's horrible. And you need the mistletoe to go ahead. Requires, but oh, we've got it in our backpack. We need the mistletoe for this research, not the technology. It's in combat. Here we go. I was wondering how we got that. This is actually the first time I've ever built the alchemist. I was like, oh, what do I need potions for? No, I need the mistletoe for the druids. And I think that's gonna about do it for this time, folks. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.